All right, let's dive into direct costs. This is where we capture those expenses, right? It's crucial to know our direct costs so we can figure out our gross profit. Then, we'll look at overhead, seasonality, budget, and net profit. We're going to pull the direct costs from your profit and loss statement. Sound good? Since you've completed your taxes, you should have a P&L. You can get this information from QuickBooks or your accountant. It should be pretty straightforward to gather. If you find it challenging, don't worry. Reach out to me. I'll help connect you with someone who can tidy up your books. Let's assume your books are in order. Now, we're tracking direct labor. Direct labor involves the cost necessary to generate revenue. It's about the service team, the installation crew, those on the ground making things happen, not the back office or management. We're focusing solely on those doing the work. Plus, we need to consider the burden, which includes extra costs like taxes and liabilities tied to payroll. Capturing all of that is essential because it's part of the cost to deliver our services and products. Here, we're using a percentage-based approach. When you pull data from your P&L, remember to include the burden. Many overlook this, leading to surprises later. It's crucial. We're inputting the percentages only into the yellow fields. In this case, it was 28%. Different industries have their own benchmarks, of course. If you need guidance on benchmarks, I have a tool for that. Just reach out. Ideally, you should already have benchmarks in place. Being part of a trade group or having a coach can help. If you don't have these resources, let me know. I can provide a document to assist. Next, we're entering our historical data, reviewing past spending on direct labor, and plugging that in. That's my suggestion. Then, we adjust as needed. It's important to set standards and have action plans if we want to pivot from historical data. Knowing where past actions have landed us is key. This tool is incredibly valuable for that. Now, we'll plug in direct labor with burden and material expenses. In service operations, materials include essentials like traps, contactors, wet switches, wire nuts, and metal tape, everything the service team uses, categorized under material expense. And to clarify, this doesn't include inventory. We're capturing material expenses when revenue is generated, not inventory purchases. If you're using Service Titan, it automates this process, allowing you to report on material usage during jobs. It's a revenue percentage, so capture that before loading material expenses. Tracking these expenses is vital, hence the separation, ensuring we can manage them effectively. Now, on to sales expenses. This is where commissions and bonuses come into play. We keep this separate from direct labor to understand job costs and rewards, ensuring we manage them appropriately. It's all about reporting and control. Capture any other direct costs your company incurs. For instance, we used a bonus point program for specific achievements. I track this to keep it manageable and budgeted. Then, there's financing. Capturing this and any subcontractor expenses is crucial. We can group finance and subcontractor expenses together, or keep them separate if you don't use subs. Both are important to monitor separately. Track these separately on your P&L, but combine them here for budgeting. Think of companies like Wells Fargo and Synchrony. We need to measure this as a percentage of income since it incurs costs. It's important to ensure we're utilizing it effectively. If costs are too low, it might indicate insufficient financing offers, which can drive sales. Conversely, be wary of excessive finance costs from poor plan choices. It's a significant expense. This applies to HVAC installations too. The same principles apply. Transform historical data into percentages. This will generate numbers based on revenue, linked to conversion rates and call setups. Have any questions? You know where to find me. Feel free to reach out. I've got your back. That wraps up direct costs. See you in the next session.